Hiya folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play. Hearts of Iron 4 is the Kaiserreich mod. We're playing as the Kingdom of Canada, because of course, you know, democracy can't truly be trusted to make the correct decisions on how to run a country. I think I ended the last episode after, you know, the American Civil War sort of wound down and said, now we can focus on taking back Great Britain. But I was thinking, you know, can we really trust these volatile Americans on our border? They've already proven that they're prone to sort of fighting and chaos, and I'm not sure that we can really trust them to govern themselves. And maybe it would be better to fold them into the Kingdom of Canada, is what I'm thinking over here. Because I considered, like, oh, we're all paternal autocrats. Maybe they're willing to join our faction. No, in fact, they have strategic reasons to be hostile to us. That's interesting. I mean, maybe, you know, things could change over time, but I think we had best finish off the American problem once and for all. So, we've got to redistribute our troops over here because we're quite scattered up inside of their actual territory right now. This little division, or army, I suppose I should say, of RCMP brigades over here, I think we're going to move them into here, just for now, because I'm going to want to organize this. We're going to try to get a little bit more organized about our little structure here. These are just going to be, like, American garrisons, really. Garrisons dash Americas, like that. Right now, we just have the one in Panama. That's going to be okay. I'm going to recolor the RCMP. We'll give them a nice red, like their uniform over here. And we'll have to figure out our fronts. And I'm thinking with these guys, who actually could use some sort of general. I mean, it doesn't have to be stupendous. It'd be great, you know, if we could give him a trait. Let's take this level 4 general, who's pretty good, and see if we can get him to devolve or evolve some sort of trait somewhere along the way. He'll probably get some sort of cavalry-centric thing. I'm going to make sure all the orders are properly cleared up. You're going to hold this, but specifically, you might be able to go and just quickly bop into Chicago at the start of the war, and wouldn't that be swell? Now, the capital of the American Union States is Atlanta over here, but there's some pretty good VPs in terms of Chicago, certainly Washington, Philadelphia. That's going to be another run. Now, purple over here is all of our lightweight militia-type units, and I think their responsibility is mostly, delete all orders, is mostly going to be about sort of thinly holding this entire line over here, and maybe not even having any true aggressive plans. I think I will give you some sort of offensive move to try to perform. Whether or not we hit play on that, we'll see. But let's say your job is going to be to try to generically sort of push south in some fashion along here, but mostly, you know, just prevent the pushback. These are really not very strong divisions. If we take a look at them, they are 3 brigades deep, which is actually not too shabby, but no support companies, and they also have lower priority for gear. I'm very happy about having a lot of these troops. I like having these very thin divisions that we can spread out over large areas, but let's not pretend that they're well suited to pushing. So our real offensive troops are in this this Golden Army, Army 3, which actually has a few militia brigades thrown in there. Let's go ahead and trim that out. We're actually going to get you to transfer over into the actual purple over here. Now, we still have some of these Marine groups, which I'm keeping as that, just to, like, not reset their experience. We're going to want some action. Okay, apparently I got some more of those. Now are we done? Okay, now we're done. So yeah, I'm going to keep the Marines here to keep their experience up. We're going to want actual Marines for some naval invasions later on, so that's fine. They're going to have slightly higher stats than base infantry. All right, you get that sort of like Space Marine-y kind of thing if you either use Marines or Mountaineer divisions. They take extra gear, but no extra manpower, and they are slightly more competent, so it's fine. Now, we've got a couple of pockets of Union territory over here on the west. Now, I don't think that's going to be particularly difficult to take out, because right now, I mean, the Union doesn't even have any troops over here. I could use tanks for this. Actually, I think these Marines let's have a group of 4, because there's 4 provinces here, and there's a river crossing, so the Marines, we might want to use them for something like that. I don't know, we'll see. So this over here is going to be responsible for taking San Francisco. Like that. I would even be surprised if we truly needed all 4, but let's go ahead and give her that. Ranger, Trickster. I don't know if any of these traits are particularly important. Here, let's just keep trying to stack a little bit of XP on you. That's going to be fine. And then we're going to go for LA and San Diego. I'm going to go ahead and give you a foursome of units as well. Again, I'll be very surprised if it gets defended in any sort of meaningful way. But that's okay, because then we can fold them into the other army afterwards. So, Gold Group over here, which includes 2 light tank divisions, or these motorized brigades, although they really don't have a lot going for them. We do have some army experience now. We're going to check our logistics pile and probably make some tweak to these compositions. Your primary aim is going to be to go down the East Coast over here. We're going to go and get you to start off by pushing down to this river over here, taking Philly, Baltimore, and Washington along the way, and we might be able to just quickly snag Pittsburgh depending on how things go. But that's going to be your primary goal. Actually, I'm going to get you to push right up against this river over here and get you to push in there. Okay, I'm pretty pleased with that. We do have some resistance to occupation in Minnesota. Is that a thing that's actually going to... That's not the button I want. That's actually going to maintain? How come? Yeah, resistance map mode is 0. I'm not getting a tooltip about it. But there shouldn't be any resistance now that we've finished this. Like, now that the things have been pieced out. So I think that's going to be A-okay. Alright, I think I'm pretty pleased about that. I guess I can probably unpause now and let things resettle. Well, no, let me do this first, that way we can get our reinforcements to kick in right away. So this motorized brigade here, let's take a look. What do we got in terms of light tank? We've been producing some. Yeah, we've got 86 over here. I would like to add some more light tanks to this. If I do this, okay, that will give us a negative, but not too bad of a negative, so we're going to do that. We're also going to add support divisions. We're going to have some artillery. Engineers are key. I don't think this one's going to need the field hospital the same way. So let's just do this for now. That'll cost us 25 combat XP. The other thing we're going to do is this infantry division, which is the one that we've been using here. It's only got the 15 combat width. I think we're going to see... Can I add a second artillery? If we do this, we were not going to be fully equipped, so maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll hold off a little bit longer. I do want a field hospital here. Not that we're that bad on manpower right now, but these things can drain pretty quickly. We're going to go ahead and add some extra infantry here. That'll bring us up to 17. We'll save that last spot over here for more artillery soon. Yeah, we're not going to go negative in any way at this time, so that's going to be A-okay. So we've done that and that. I'm okay with this. We got planes. Let's actually go and specifically... I'm going to go and just disband these air wings, and we'll reorganize them in a moment. Let's take a look at our production, because of course we've got a lot more resources now, as well as a lot more industry. In particular, I'm going to want to go and increase the amount of artillery we're producing, probably by quite a bit more, but let's do it in little spurts over here. We're going to reserve a couple of factories over there. We are going to need to dramatically up our infantry equipment production when we get the next tick, but I'll wait for now. Tanks, I've got this filled out, and I think that's okay. We're going to want quite a bit of those. Fighters, close air support, yeah, that's going to be fine. I don't know if we might want to like trickle in just a little bit of strategic bombers. A little bit of transport planes, actually. That would accelerate a few things. A little bit of attack bombers, and actually we need our carrier stuff as well. Carrier fighter and carrier naval bomber. Just put in one in each, build up a little bit of efficiency, getting it trickle in. That's going to be okay. And then the other thing is, if we unlock a new tier of these things, I'll be reminded to tweak the production at that point, and that's going to be fine. You're still set on auto here, and you're going to deploy relatively soon. I think we're going to get you to just add up to the Atlantic Fleet. That's going to be fine. These convoys. Why don't we go and get some destroyer queuing in here? I'm going to pull back on the convoys. We're still going to want a good amount. But there we go. We're going to get that. In terms of resources, we're good. Are we importing anything? We are importing chromium, and we actually still need to import chromium. It's kind of... Yeah, I guess... I don't know if... Hang on. Where's the resources map mode? Is there any chromium in North America? 2. Really not any. So chromium is consistently going to be something that we're going to need to import. I think we need it for tanks and things, because chromium is part of stainless steel production. Oh, it looks like we actually need it for some ships too. Yeah, that's actually where all our chromium is going into. But I think we might need it for tanks later on as well. We're going to need it for jet fighters later too. But for now, we're okay. All right, let's go ahead and unpause. That's going to be swell and fine. We are doing the oil prospects, and I think we actually get a chromium idea soon. No divisions in basic training. I think I'm still okay with it. I think in terms of total divisions, we're good, especially with all these, like, very thin ones. Really, it's sort of equipment limited. Prairie oil prospects are done. End of the American Civil War. For good or ill, the American Civil War is over. The General Staff has reported they've learned many valuable lessons regarding the nature of modern warfare over the course of the conflict. That's true. We did get a bunch of XP for it. We're going to get manpower, political power, and more army experience, which is nice. And the end of the American Civil War. The South won this time. All right, national focus. So if we explore the North, we will get chromium here. More factories and things are more better. It might be time to create the ISIC. It only takes 35 days and might give us some research boosts. We're not desperate for the more chromium. That's a lot of resources and means we can trade out more stuff. I think we're going to go and pop this. It's really short, and then we can share resources with the other people in our faction, or share tech with the other people in our faction, and see how that goes. We'll get everyone there. We do want to start justifying, like, maybe right away. I also think, like, we can probably tell these guys, listen, when the war starts, just give her. Yeah, you know what? I have a non-aggression pact with them. Really? So that's over here. When does that expire? Oh, there we go. We can see it there. Cannot revoke pact before October 3rd. Oh, shoot. That's fine. It's like 12 days. 12 days we can revoke the pack. Perfect. Okay. So we'll get everyone on there, get everything prepped. We'll justify the war. We are still trickling in some extra goods. It's a little short on light tanks, but they're being produced. Convoy sailing is done. Let me actually... I'm going to wait before I start researching here, because it will store up the research queue over here for 30 days. And within 30 days, we'll have finished this. Yeah, just the timing will work out beautifully. We'll just see if there's anything with a discount, and then we'll be able to take advantage of that. We're closing in on 39. We could actually start on some 39 tech without being too expensive. And we might want to pre-research some stuff. Like, we might want to really aggressively go down the tank stuff. Although, if we do that, we may want to... Certainly, we must have a tank discount area. Oh, now that's interesting. I might have done goofed. Because we can get a discount to Grand Battle Plan Doctrine or Mobile Warfare Doctrine. I mean, it's only, you know, the 1X or whatever. It's not like a permanent thing, but still. Motorized tank research. Yeah, okay, and that's still just light tanks. We really don't have any discount to heavier tanks as far as I can tell. And if we just take a peek over here, just a quick little gander. Yeah, I mean, we might get the next light tank model, but I was really thinking about going down the mediums. Huh, what an interesting tree. Deal with Iceland. Due to financial pressure that Iceland is under and the fact that they have very little fuel, it seems that this would be the best time to offer them a deal for fuel. We could use this as our first stepping stone to a longer deal that will benefit us. Canadian fuel for rights, or not really the right time. Now, we are going to have to figure out some way to get to Great Britain. There is a treaty with Ireland here. If we protect them, I think they'll get an option to join our faction over here. And there's also this, which gives us claims on Iceland. I mean, we can say approach them with a deal, and it doesn't mean we can't decide to be aggressive towards them later on. So waiting until the 31st where we can break our truce. Who are you and what are you doing here? Oh, you're the one I transferred over, but you didn't actually get added to the battle plan, so you weren't moving. Okay, because we got to make sure to be out of their territory before things start. Rise of the Mongol Empire. They're the exception. All right. Looks like they're not keeping anyone to defend Los Angeles and San Francisco, so we don't even need this many troops here. I could add them perhaps to Battle Plan Purple. You know, these like light garrison troops. Maybe make a custom battle plan right down here and make a rush down, you know, to the south coast with these guys. Let's do that. I'm going to take you two, make a new army. Let's give you dark blue. We don't have dark blue yet. I mean, we can give these guys custom symbols as well, which might not be a bad idea. And then the purple group over here, yeah, I'll grab a couple of you, add you to dark blue. Dark blue, you're going to have... I don't think there's much in the way of forest down there. You know what? The commando trait might be a good one to develop, Mr. Eye Patch. I'm going to go and give you a front... No, not on Mexico. Right there. And I have to make sure you're all selected properly, because you're only 2 divisions. There we go, 4 divisions. And your offensive line, I mean, I don't know how valuable any of these are, but that's going to be okay. Your offensive line is going to involve pushing out to here, right at the start. Okay. Just waiting for the create the ISIC. Again, we're just storing up the right research over here, so that's okay. Still no divisions. I mean, I want a few more real infantry divisions, but I think I much prefer getting our real infantry divisions to have their full artillery count, of which is actually being developed pretty slowly. Like, should I? I probably should. You know, I'm going to move you up. So as we get new factories, we're going to get more artillery production, because God knows artillery is strong. Okay. You can cancel a non-aggression pact, justify war goal. Specifically, our war goal will be, I don't know, like Pennsylvania. It's not going to matter for this, because we're going to be soloing this war and we'll be able to just take everything. But Pennsylvania's got good resources and industry and things like that, so we'll do that. I mean, I could have set it up here to, like, remove border gore, but meh. We're just waiting for the ISIC to finish. So, justification, how long is it going to take? 8th of March, that's not bad. We're going to get there pretty quickly. So the 8th of March, we declare war on the American Union States. Can we get details? How many divisions? 25 to 57. And we are at 68. Iceland has accepted. So, accepted the deal. We are in business, and we may extend our fishing operations around the coast of Greenland as well. Begin with a plan to extend our influence over Iceland in order to make it a base for future invasions of British Isles. Nice. Send convoys to Iceland. Relationships improve. So, I guess it would be military access and all that later on. Press license. Lend-lease. Stage a coup. We could start... No, we can't boost popularity? Okay, guess not. Because I guess we don't have an actual faction, right? Our faction is just, the king is awesome. So that's not really something we can do. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. Well, I mean, we'll try Ireland first, I think. Because if we get that, if we get, you know, Ireland to be our bros, then we'll be in pretty good situation to just attack the island of Great Britain that way. Alright, so everyone's good. I don't think we need to do any training or anything. could split these guys off to only train part of it, although we can also get more experience from these guys. We've got a little bit of time before war breaks out. And these are the oh, there we go. Pause. Create the ISIC. That's great. Yeah, we'll start the exercise there temporarily. I don't think the rest of the troops need it. Well, sure. You know what? We can exercise for a month. It's the hotkey. It's K, right? So you're already there. You're not, but you really don't need the XP, and I'm not gonna use the equipment on you. Okay, new national focus. I'm still wondering if we should do this just to get our local chromium. It would still be nice. You know what? 28 days. I want to do this. I want to see what this field marshal event is, because I don't know. So now, research. There we go. It's not even hitting the cap. Can we get any discounts to things? Not at this time. Again, we're closing in on 39. Ooh, it would be nice before the war to get the encryption tech. Because again, if you've got an encryption edge, things go a wee bit better. But here's the 39. We could start on this stuff. Let's go ahead and just do that. That's going to be fine. I suppose I could have checked the infantry situation as well, but that's going to be okay. So you guys are training up. Everything's cool. Still no, yeah, again, nothing in basic training, but again, we don't have like a wicked excess. We could possibly pump out a few more infantry divisions. But again, I'd sort of prefer finishing these infantry divisions, which is limited by artillery. Treaty of Tbilisi. No longer getting the hurricane effect, which sounds pretty good. I did deploy some more, I did tweak my navy, by the way, before starting this episode. German Empire declares war on the National Republic of Lithuania. Nationalist coup in White Ruthenia. So Europe is starting to get some chaos. Revolt in Middle Europe. After the fall of the Russian Empire in the Weltkrieg. Welt sounds like world, so cool. All right. Germany occupied vast swaths of Eastern Europe, establishing a puppet governments across it and creating the Middle Europe Military Alliance. This tightly knit alliance of countries was not meant to last, it seems, as Eastern Europe roared back into action this week with a revolt in the German sphere. The Lithuanians, led by some guy, their leader, have declared full independence from Germany, and this has sparked a chain reaction in neighboring countries. Germany has moved in with military response, but will it be enough to crush the spirit of nationalism? I do not know. So we're going to have to stop training. So war starts in March, so by, say, the 1st of February or something like that, that should be plenty of time to recover everything. Plus, it's not like we needed crazy amount of experience. Well, we might not actually be able to get to regular over here. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, you definitely won't have the strength to do that. I'm going to go and hit the stop on you so you can just hold this. I just don't want them to push up to Detroit. Not that it would hurt us that badly along the way, but... You know what? I'm going to stop you because you're not going to get up to the next level in time. And again, we're a little... Well, we're not equipping shy. Right now we've got all the equipment we need, but if we can get the artillery up to like 800 count, that would be nice. But right now it's decreasing slightly because of the training. That's all right. December's coming up. How's our tech? There's our next level infantry weapons, which we did start researching ahead of time. I guess we can go up to speed 5 right now. Not a whole heck of a lot happening. Yeah, you should be up to the next level before you start, which is going to be swell. And a bunch of these are about to pop to the next level as well. Although they might lose a little experience if we do some tweaks. Okay, reorganize the army event. So the field marshal. The new king is pressuring the prime minister to make a choice as to who will lead the forces of Canada. We must choose wisely. If we choose a Canadian man, then we could risk alienating the exiles. But we must also think about the future of Canada as well. This will not be easy. We can choose Ironside, which gives us a boost to, again, I don't know if this is someone we'll have to hire or not, but a boost to motorized soft attack, mechanized self-attack. Military high command, school of maneuver. It would give us division speed, armor division attack. Okay. Or we could go here, build forts faster, more entrenchment, no. Or Curry. Cheaper artillery production. More artillery attack, more artillery defense. And we get political power. Arthur Curry it is. Boom. Excellent. We need new national focus. So we still have the idea... Oops, pause, pause, pause. We still have the idea of grabbing Explore the North. We still have the idea of getting our discounts for infantry weapons, which wouldn't be too shabby. But I'm curious to see... I guess we can wait a little bit longer on unlocking this. It's going to be fine. Let's take the resources because we can cancel some of our trade. Get some more civilian factories. Keep building up. What are we building, by the way? Military factories. Oh, and we're also going to finish those naval bases, which I think is fine. Apparently we queued up an infrastructure in Oregon. It's going to be okay. Sultanate of Egypt took 8 states. Man, this is big. And then, did you re-release Tripolinia? Because I thought you just swallowed it all. Confused. Alright, there's our decryption tech. We're officially in 39, so let's go ahead and start this. We can get an 80% discount on excavation. Yeah, that's definitely... Let's do that. 4 days to get a 10% boost to our resource extraction. And we do a lot of resource extraction now. So that's actually going to convert to a lot of extra stuff. Excellent. And now let's go ahead, yeah, for all the... I don't know which one we want to do first. Let's take concentrated industry first. For more output. Yeah, this is going to be fine. I think we'll get blocked from taking Chicago, but we should be able to rip down the East Coast really easily. Alright, more of that. I don't think we need to go up to the next radar yet. We will want to build a bunch, but we can chill. Let's go ahead and get the rest of all these construction techs, because they're really nice. And you, are you done? Yeah. So we're going to cancel your research, your training, and here you're all regular as well. We're going to stop that. I mean, we could keep training to keep getting Army XP, but we really don't need it. Artillery, you know what? I'm going to call that close enough. Let's go and add in another line artillery over here. We'll go to -77, but we'll probably be capped out before the battle starts, or at the very least, we're not going to be down significantly in terms of army strength. We do have enough XP to modify the government, but again, I want a bigger margin over here so that we don't go negative. So that's going to be hey-okay. This could probably use some self-propelled artillery at some point, but I think we'll wait until we've got our medium tank, and that's what we'll dedicate to that. We may keep the light brigades around for speed. We may or may not get the next level light tank. If the ISIC gives us a nice discount to that, we'll look into it. And certainly as we, if we do go down to here, there, 1X light tank model, we may go ahead and do that one time. And actually keep a light tank division sort of set up so that we can speed through things. Here we get a discount to self-propelled artillery, light and medium. Which is going to be nice for us. Rolling fortresses. Ooh, heavy tanks. See, they get nothing for medium. Okay, so... If we go down the left over here... Now, the Grand Battle Plan Doctrine discount does not help us. But, support artillery, I like. You know what? We might do this. We might do the, we could do the sort of Space Marine Division. I'm worried we're not going to have, like, the fronts might be too big for that, but the Space Marine Division is basically going around with 40, making sure to add in a heavy tank, and perhaps using, like, Marines or Mountaineers as the base, but throwing in the heavy tank gives you so much extra punching power. Or rather, hardness and defending against stuff, we'll see. Well, this is a good place to put in a cut. We are I'm about a month and a half away from declaring war on the American Union States. I suspect this front will be pretty static, and this as well, but we should have no problem punching through over here. This is where our actual strong forces are. What I could do is specifically split out the motor brigades for something speedy. I don't know what that would be exactly, what we'd beeline. Because, I mean, obviously it's not going to do well against river crossings, but we might be able to find some holes in here. I could just manually move them or manually do a right-click as well. It's hardly the end of the world. We've got one here, one here. But, like, if I manually place one right here, because there's a hole, we might be able to dart through here. You know what? We're going to do that. I'm going to split you off. We've actually got a Panzer leader type person over here. I'm going to give you a front line. And your offensive line is going to involve doing this. So you've got some offensive planning, but I may not hit play because I think I'm going to manually route you here. I guess I might... Can you drag this? I thought there was a way... Whoops. To drag these lines. There we go. That's much more what I want. Well, something like that. You know what? We could probably hit autoplay, and then I'll manually move some things around along the way here. Could just shift click some moves, that would be okay. And here there's going to be a fairly quick punch. Is this, what's the territory right here? Desert. There's a river crossing, but again, these are, you know, volunteers. These are just like the garrison type things, MPs. So we should be able to punch through there pretty quick, because those are not going to be really strong divisions. Feeling good about it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.